Welcome back to another video. If you saw by the title, then you know that we are going to be going into inner child healing and how we can continue to grow and evolve. A lot of the times we are not even sure kind of like where to start. So I just want us to like rewind and go back. Go back to the basics of healing. And I think because there's so many things out here with how are we supposed to heal and do it this way and get the best life, we don't kind of know where to start. And it's just like so many things and so many avenues and which way we should go and how we should do it. But at the end of the day, honestly, healing and your journey is your journey. And so many times we are so fixated on somebody else's journey and seeing how God is working through their lives and how the divine is shifting and making things happen. But you have to know that your journey is your journey, right? So where do you start? Let's go there. Let's go. You're getting the nudges, you're getting the signs, you're getting the synchronicities, and you feel it in your body that it is time to heal. It is time for you to get your life together. And if you are like me, I have been on this soul searching, this journey to healing and finding myself for years now, for probably about altogether, maybe like 8 years. And it has been a road of truly breaking my ego down and going through the toughest of the toughest things and the craziest experiences, and just some experiences that have literally, truly, I thought at that moment were going to break me. And, when God is trying to really open you up and reveal to you who you truly are, you have to go through the mud. And I think that sometimes when we think about going through the mud, we kind of think about like, yeah, I'm going through the mud to kind of just be hurt and broken, and God has to like break you in order to kind of like build you back up. But the thing isn't that like it's going to hurt and it's meant to break you down and hurt you. It is more so that like God loves you so much that God is preparing you and God is like revealing to you the true essence of who you are and the true essence of who He is, right? So the divine is trying to spend so much time, so much love, so much admiration and just devotion to you that He is willing to completely take you through the unveiling. And sometimes the unveiling process is this life altering process where you have to go through it, where you have to truly go through it in order to get it right, in order to understand, in order to heal and to grow. You can't ask for something and say that I want to be this version of myself without going through the motions of what it means to be that version of yourself. And once again, like I said, a lot of the times we kind of think that like God needs to break us down to build us back up, but that's still a negative term. That's still a negative thought. And now we're thinking that like in a sense that love has to break us, right? Because God is unconditional love. So love has to break us. Love has to completely strip us down, and love has to hurt. But it's not the hurting, it's the making. It's your ego that is attached to, this is hurting me. But when you come out of that and you step into your true self, step into the wholeness and the fullness of the divine and the spiritual energy that you are, when you step out of that and you kind of like sit and you look and you like, wow, this is such a beautiful process of how you get to show me my true essence. And so a lot of the times when we are on this path of healing and on this path of finding, who we truly are and going through the journey, we look at so many different avenues. And we find ourselves going through the avenue of manifestation. And it's nothing wrong with manifestation. There's nothing wrong. We're doing it always. There's nothing wrong with getting the life that you desire. But in the meantime of getting the life that you desire, my biggest thing that I like to focus on is learning to just love and appreciate every single thing that comes my way, even if it seemed like it is an obstacle. I'll see my cat in the background. But even if it seemed like it is an obstacle, learn how to love that obstacle, because it is teaching you more of how the divine is showing up in your life, but it's teaching you how to truly love God and trust and have faith. And everything in this life is teaching you that you have the power to have the best life if you trust and have faith in God. That is truly like the moral of all the story, all the healing, all of the things that you can do. And if you want the best life for yourself, if you want to truly love and have this have this amazing, beautiful life, all it means is to truly surrender and just trust and know that it'll all work out for me. It will all work out for me. And that was my hardest thing with just living this life and going through so many different things that life has been teaching me, because life has been teaching me, especially this year, life has been giving it to me. Life has been giving it to me. But I had to sit in gratitude and say that this is what you asked for. You asked for a life that was like this. You asked for a life of being holistic, being one with God, being truly the epitome of God's love. So that means that you have to go to that part of yourself, of your journey, that is going to teach you how to be that. You can't learn love in the midst of being in loving unconditional relationships, right? You can't learn that. You can't learn to truly love yourself and appreciate yourself if you're surrounded by everybody who loves and appreciates you, right? Because what would be the purpose of that? What would be the purpose of you needing to learn how to love and appreciate yourself if you're surrounded by so many people who are going to always validate you, right? Because you always have it. So if that is something that you are trying to work on, if you're trying to learn how to have more gratitude, have more faith, then I have to put you in situations that will require you to do that. And once again, like I said, it is not to break you down, to hurt you, to harm you. It is to build you up, because I love you so much. I want to give you everything that you're asking me for. But I just have to take you to that place so that you can get what you're asking for. You don't know the value of what you're asking for. You don't appreciate what you're asking for because you're surrounded by the things that are going to give that to you. You're surrounded by the validation. You're surrounded by the things that can distract you, the temptations, right? You're surrounded by those things. So you don't appreciate and you don't truly value me, and you still fall for the temptations. You still go through the things because you're not being shaped. You're not being shook, And because you're not being shook, then you really are just cruising. You're chilling. You're not trying to elevate. And that was the whole purpose of our souls wanting to come here, wanting to come to earth, to experience the whole totality of what it means to be like God, what it means to feel, what it means to grow and evolve, and not just sit here and just be like spirits just chilling in the spirit realm, because we needed our souls to evolve, to learn, and to appreciate what it means to be a spiritual being. So when we are going through these tests and we're going through life and we're trying to learn how to, kind of go on this journey, because we see so many things out in the world of this is where you start, and we're seeing so many people's lives look like this, and why can't we get this, and I'm manifesting and I can't figure it out. That is because the whole mentality of everything, of trusting, of manifesting, of getting the life that you want and healing, all starts with you learning how to surrender and just let go. Let go of whatever idea it is for you to have, to even be anything, for you to have this life. Let go of all of that. Let go of all of it. Surrender it. And what I found out was my issue with surrendering was the fact that I felt like if I surrendered it, I was giving up on it. And I didn't want to give up on it because it's something that I really wanted. So I was like, I don't want to surrender this thing, because if I surrender it, then that means I'm not going to get it. But at the end of the day, surrendering was just trusting God. It wasn't giving up. It was saying that I can think of this thing and I can say that I want this thing. And I trust that I can give it to you. I can surrender it to you. You're surrendering to God. You're not giving up on it. You're just surrendering to God. And surrendering to God just means that, like, you are literally going to give it to the divine to mix it up. I already bought all the ingredients. I just need you to mix it up. And when God prepares it, when the divine prepares it and gets it all together, you're going to be so happy and so grateful, because you literally didn't have to do the hard work. You didn't have to do anything but just listen to the divine. So when you got called to do that thing, to go that place, to visit that people, to reach out to that, whatever it was, whatever you got called to do, and whenever you get called to do something and you feel like, okay, well, I should be here, I should go do this at this time, and I should visit this, or whatever it is that you feel like you should go and do, whatever you get that inspired action to go do something, go do it, because that is the divine speaking to you. That is the divine telling you, hey, this is where you need to be at. This is where you need to go. This is where I have something for you over here. So I need you to pay attention. Strengthening your intuition to trust those nudges, those synchronicities, those signs. Explore that and trust that, to know that the divine is always talking to you, and through people around you, through music, through anything, through numbers and words and just any and everything. God will be using these symbols to always communicate with you, to always show you and remind you of, like, hey, you're on the right path. Hey, I got something over here for you. Hey, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing that. And all it is needed of you is to literally surrender and trust. And I know that that is something that is difficult. I know that's something that is a little challenging for us, because we want to be so much in control and we're seeing everything. But for me, my biggest thing was cutting out the middleman. And cutting out the middleman was like getting off of social media to get myself back in order, to get myself back in balance, and get myself back to where I needed to be, where I am not questioning what obstacle or what test God sends my way, because I know that it is something there that I need to learn, and it's not meant to break me. It is here to elevate my spirit. So nothing that God sends my way can be sent to harm me. Nothing is going to harm me. Nothing is meant to break me down. Nothing is meant to destroy me. It is all there to help me and uplift me, and I can overcome anything that is sent my way. So if you are on your journey and you want to know where to start, where do I start healing? How do I start healing? How do I start loving myself and just loving, I have to sneeze. Well, it went away. Loving my journey and just appreciating everything, it is literally learning how to surrender. Each and every day I do practices to learn how to surrender. So the first thing that comes to my mind when I wake up sometimes is stress and worry, because I was in a program to always be stressed and worried. So to get out of that program, if I wake up and I see that I'm conscious, I'm grateful that I'm conscious. I'm grateful that I'm alive to be in this vessel yet again. And I wake up and those stresses, I instantly go to thanking God that I'm here, thanking the higher power that I am here, I'm in this vessel, and I get to learn and grow another day. And then I surrender it all to God. So each and every moment when I wake up, I make sure that I have a morning ritual or a rising ritual, as I like to say. I make sure that I have a rising ritual to Get up, show gratitude, and throughout the day, I just remind myself, even if inconveniences do come, I remind myself that, like, you know what? This is here to always grow and shape you. So just chill with this. Just let it flow. Just let everything flow and take care of yourself. Worry about taking care of yourself, your mind, your body, and your spirit. Whatever you get called to do. So if you are called to read a book, go read that book. If you are called to read a book that helps elevate your mind, do that. If you are called to eat more fruits, more vegetables, do that. It is not this strict plan of how you have to do it. It is the little things each and every day, the little habits that you do each and every day that help to grow you. But start with gratitude. Start with waking up every day and saying, just like, I'm in gratitude, I'm grateful. And even if you kind of lose it throughout the day and you don't remind yourself because you react to the, circumstances and the inconveniences that may happen in your life, end your night and start your day with gratitude. However you can do that, do it. It is not so much about you have to start this specific way, because my journey is different from your journey. But what has been making the biggest impact, and to sum it all up, and what has been calling in things to manifest and calling in things to, like, help me with life and just help me get the best life that I want, that is good for my spirit. And no, it may not look like this, how I envisioned it, but at the end of the day, it is still, my soul is growing. And that's ultimately what I want. I want my soul to grow. I want to be able to spread love and light. And so that may not look like what it is right now, but how can I be grateful for what is showing up right now? How can I be grateful for the way that God is showing me my manifestations? What if my idea and what I have in my head is not the vision that God has? Maybe God is going to spin it up and do it a different way, but I know that it will be the best way. So you have to trust the divine to do what the divine does. And you have to surrender to it. Tell God your plans, work with the higher energies. Trust that when your divine team is shaking and moving in your life, that it is for your highest good. And always react with love, kindness, and peace at the end of the day, because that is what is going to bring forth all the things that you want in life. So sorry if this video was kind of like rambling, because that's just where my heart went. That's where it went. So I will see y'all in the next video, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all see my little braids. Yeah. Well, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.